Do you want to know how amazing people connect? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie.
Thanks for connecting. And if you like what you hear, please share.
Welcome to the 100th episode of Marketing with Russ. Special thanks to our sponsors, Sohn and his upcoming class Survive and Rise with live video coming up May 10th. Make more impact or income, launch your own live show in only 6 weeks. For more information, go to risewithlive.com/NMTE and H&R Block of Corvallis, Albany, Lebanon, and Salem. For all your tax specialty needs and tax preparation, go to H&R Block.
Hello everybody and welcome to Marketing with Russ, the 100th episode. And yes, you're right, I'm not Russ. My name is Wendy Stunt and I have been asked by Russ and with great pleasure to introduce him today for his 100th episode. I know we're all so proud of Russ and what he's achieved. So yeah, a little bit about what I love about Russ is with the interviews over the last year, he's just been absolutely incredible. He's empathetic. He's always got his listening ears on, which is just such a nice attribute that he has as an interviewer. Also, I'm a big fan of people being interested, not necessarily interesting. So to sit back and to be interested in what the person is talking about. And Russ has a great knack of being able to do that with his interviews. So Russ, one of my great memories is one time we were preparing like this. I was doing a little introduction with Russ, and most of you will know Russ does Befuddled, Live the Life You Choose. I got it right there, but I couldn't get it right for a long time. So we had lots of laughs about that. So what I'd like to do is introduce the main man today, Russ Hedge. Come on in.
Ta-da!
Welcome to your 100th episode.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I appreciate you so much, Wendy. I could not think of somebody that I'd rather have introduced me more than you. And so I just want you to know how much I appreciate you and what a pleasure. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. What a pleasure it has been getting to know you over the past year. You have become such a good friend, and I do appreciate you so much.
Thank you, Russ. I'm absolutely overwhelmed. Thank you, and I appreciate you too.
Well, thank you. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and send you out for a little bit, but we're going to get you back. We'll see you. Thanks again. Hey, everybody. I am so excited to be here. This is the 100th episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. And I am super, super excited for today. Have some great guests today. And I am just blessed with so many good friends and so many good guests today. And so, again, I'm glad you're all here. We're going to have fun. You need to buckle up. Today, I'm not sure if my actual original guest is going to show up or not, to be honest with you, but I have so many other guests that I'm so excited. And, you know, one of those guests that I'm actually going to bring in right off the top with me is my co-host and partner in the Experience Live with Russ and Scott. You know, I learned all about live video, which we do this live now, just in the last several months, and has been a blessing because I've moved my podcast to live video, and it's been great because it's on live, Facebook, YouTube, and I was on Twitter. I don't know if it's still there or not, changes, but also it's just been a great time to be able to meet so many wonderful guests. And Scott and I worked together on that. And I'm about to bring him in. I did want to tell everybody off the top, Marketing with Russ is every Monday and Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And it's also broadcast afterwards. It sits on the platforms, so you can see it also in podcast form, in audio, on anything from Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, all those things. It's available after the broadcast there as well. And Scott and I do the Experience Live every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And that is so wonderful. You can contact me at russhedge.com for anything you need. That is my one point of connection that has the connection points for everything, all my social media, my email, my phone number, everything. Go to russhedge.com. I love to connect. I love to connect. So if you can do that, that would be so great. I already have people jumping in, and so happy to have Yvonne here. I'm going to go ahead and call people out today because I'm excited to have people here. Thank you so much. Yes, definitely 100 more. And my good friend, Jason Harris. Thanks, Jason. So glad to have you guys on today. And that is awesome. But without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring in my good friend, D. Scott. Here he is. How's it going, Scott?
Hey, what a beautiful thing. 100. That is a milestone number that so many people are never going to reach with their podcast. But you did it, and amidst all the changes in the world. But congratulations. I'm proud to be a part of what you're doing, because you are bringing in some remarkable people and telling great stories and preserving that because of the video and because of the podcast. So congratulations on 100.
Well, thank you. You know, I do honestly owe all of my podcasting to you, my good friend Scott, who pushed me and prodded me and told me there were things that I could do that I didn't know I could do. And I appreciate you so much. I've always been one of the positive attitude, move forward, do what I can do. But you really directed me and helped me in many areas. And the podcasting was one. And, you know, back when we first started, I did my happy moments with Mama, and my mama has Alzheimer's, but she is a happy, happy woman. I love my mama. And so we would have fun singing and laughing together. And then I started Marketing with Russ, and just had such a blessed time getting to know so many wonderful people that have jumped in and been a part of that. And then with you and I doing the experience, oh my goodness, what a blessing. I mean,
the experience and the experience plus, right? I mean, it's those special episodes. But every Wednesday at 7 a.m., I always look forward to it. You know, I don't need to set an alarm. For some people, 7 a.m. is early, but I know for you, you've always been up for a number of hours, and you've got your exercise in, you've got quiet and reflection time in, and you share the word of the day.
There you go. That's right. I mean, I am busy in the morning because morning is my time. I'm a firm believer in a good, solid morning routine, even if you're not a morning person, when you get up, because your morning sets your whole day. Even if that's not the time you do everything, you should have a good, strong, consistent, whatever you do. So I wanted to, I'm going to go ahead and bring Jason Cooper, another good friend, in just a moment. But before I do, I wanted to tell everybody, people have asked me this: where does the hashtag Russ Selfie come from? And I'm just going to give a really short story because it's kind of fun. So I'm huge in connection and networking, all about that. Before COVID, I was involved in pretty much every networking group, chamber, whatever, in the area that I could be involved in. So I found that taking selfies was a lot of fun. Well, when it all began, I wasn't very good. In fact, it was horrible. I went on a vacation with my family. We were in the subway in New York, and I actually handed my phone to somebody to take our picture, like I used to hand my camera to people, only to realize as I stepped away that I'd handed him my wallet, my phone, everything. It was all one. And I am backing up thinking, dear God, please don't have him run away with everything that I have. Well, he was a nice man. He gave it back. I decided at that point I had to learn how to take selfies. So at networking events, I started taking selfies, and I realized people were diving into the selfies. They were having so much fun. And I thought, this is really a great thing. And on top of that, if I meet you for the first time, Scott, I take a selfie, I tag you, it's up on social media. The next time I see you, you're coming up, giving me a hug, saying, Russ, how's it going?
Yep.
I am like your best friend, and we've only met once. So a little bell went off. Ding, 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 ding. This is a good thing. It's fun and it's good for business and connecting. So I started doing that, got to known as Mr. Selfie in the local area. And someone said to me, you have got to create your own hashtag. There it came, the hashtag Russ Selfie. So that is the long and short of it. It was a ton of fun. And to this day, this is why I still take hashtag Russ Selfies. And so it's just so much fun. In fact, yesterday I took one for the first time with a connection that's local, but I had never met him in person. And Travis and I had coffee yesterday, and we took a selfie, and it was so much fun. It's fun to get out in person a little bit, you know.
Yeah, it's great. And even doing these digital selfies on through Zoom or whatever, where you do the screen capture. Or I've seen you even lean back and take a picture of your of you and your screen to capture those Russ selfies, which are they are a ton of fun, no matter how you do them.
Yeah,
they've been a lot of fun, and I don't know. I know we've been in countless selfies together.
That's right. In fact, in the Experience Live with Russ and Scott, there's a selfie of you and I at an Oregon State football game in there.
Yep.
And we look pretty cool in that photo too. Well, listen, I'm going to bring Jason in. I'm giving him a heads up because he's looking down trying to multitask while I've got him. But there he is, Jason, all the way from Dublin, Ireland.
Yes, I'm Dublin. I live in Dublin, but for my accent, I'm very much English. So I do hold my own when I'm out here. So welcome and thank you so much for inviting me on. So and congratulations to reaching 100. That's awesome. Brilliant.
Well,
a lot of hard work there, a lot of commitment, and a lot of time and effort to do that. So look, I appreciate that, and appreciate you both inviting me on. So thank you so much. I keep learning from you guys as well. So I appreciate that.
Well, and I've learned from you. We were blessed right off the bat, Jason. We hit it off immediately, and we did each other's podcasts. We got to know each other, and I want you to know that I look for and appreciate your photos when you're jogging through the mountains of Ireland, or doing whatever, you're biking or jogging or whatever at the time with your family. So I appreciate those. It's beautiful over there.
Yeah, on today's like today, I've got the sun shining in on me. It's one of the only days that we haven't had all 4 seasons in a day. Yesterday we had all 4 seasons in the day, which was rain, sun, hailstone, and we had a bit of sunshine as well. It was just a bit of a mad day, but you know, it's one of those days that you feel grateful when you have beautiful sunshine that we do today. So we do feel inspired, and you know, it's one of these days that you feel like, yeah, it's all worth it. It's definitely all worth all the hard work and effort that we put in our daily lives, in our jobs that we do, because we're all on here because we love it. And we found our purpose in life. I know, Scott, you found your purpose. And I actually think you'll be a really good radio presenter because you have that voice.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It's just been a lot of fun, I tell you, to be able to connect with you and Russ and so many different people. Even though we've been restricted on traveling, I think this last year plus, I've met more people and built more friendships because we're able to connect in this fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I would agree with that 100%. I mean, I have made, and you know me, Scott, I'm a super connector, networker, but boy, I tell you, I went into hyper mode with COVID, and just what a blessing. I can tell you that my number one place that I want to go when I'm able to travel over there is Ireland. I've got to come see you guys. I'm so excited. And yeah. And Wendy's saying come in. So we're just going to bring Wendy in because she's sitting there out there. There she is.
Hi,
Out on her own.
come on over. Come on.
Well, you know, I can't even express how wonderful it's been, the encouragement, the inspiration that I get from all of you. And, you know, every day is a new day, something new out there. And that's what I love about this community. I love about the fact that we are all living life together, trying to make each other better, building each other up. And that's what you guys have all been about in my life. And that's been so great because it gives me strength and direction. You know, I'm a man of faith and I feel like God is directing me every day, but you need good people around you. And I am blessed with wonderful, wonderful people around me every day. So thank each one of you.
And thanks for Russ, actually. And Russ actually sends me a burst of motivation and enthusiasm by his text messages. So he does that every now and again, and that's really good. I love that. And it's good to be associated with yourself, Wendy. I met you many years ago at the Dublin Chamber. You were dragging people in off the street, trying to get them in.
I hope I didn't do too much dragging.
No, you didn't. I'm just a metaphorical way.
I know.
A shining beacon.
Yeah, no, well, I love connecting. And I love bringing people together. So it was definitely when I see an opportunity for somebody, I want to, you know, them to grab it with two hands. And yeah, I can nearly see it unfolding as I'm talking to people. I can see how they can work together. So it definitely is really, really good to connect. So but as you were saying, over like we've been a year kind of getting to know each other. It's going to be a bit crazy when you do come to Ireland, guys, because I can just imagine us at Dublin airport with all the signs.
Well, that's going to be so fun. So I'm bringing my whole family with me. And speaking of my family, my beautiful wife and my beautiful daughter are here to say hello on my 100th episode. There they are. Whoops, I got to go this way. There we go. Okay.
Hi, guys.
Hello.
How wonderful.
So, you know, I appreciate you all so much, but I would not be the man I am without this beautiful woman right there. There you go. Figure out which hand I've got with my beautiful wife who stands by my side, encourages me, and loves me every day. And my beautiful daughter who's 30 now.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, oh my goodness, I can't believe that. She was just little. I held her in my arm yesterday, and today she's 30. I don't know what happened. But yeah, anyway, I appreciate them. They promised just to jump in and say hi. So we're going to let them go. But thanks, guys. Love you guys.
Good to see you.
It's great to see your wife there because of the story about how you named your book.
There you go. Yes, because befuddled, live the life you choose. Befuddled is Leah completely, because one day I probably told you guys, but I'll say it again real quick. I was on my way out the door. I was in a big hurry and I was kind of discombobulated. And she looks at me and she goes, "Are you okay, honey?" And I said, "Oh, I'm fine," because everything with me is fine, right? I'm good. It's all great. And she goes, "No, really?" Because, you know, we've been married over 33 years. And she goes, "You look a little befuddled," she said. And there you go. That's where befuddled came from. So yeah, I owe that to her.
Much better than discombobulated.
That's
Absolutely.
That's the sequel. Sequel is discombobulated.
Russ, can I ask you, is there any standout moments in the last 100 episodes that really stand out for you?
Oh my goodness. I have so many, really. I mean, you know, when I first started, and I felt like it was such an honor to have you, Wendy, and Jason, and Alan, and Yvonne, people from Ireland that even cared enough about me to come on the show. So those things really meant a lot to me. And then suddenly I was able to reach out. And suddenly I realized that people were loving to connect all around the world. And I think what really stands out to me most is how loving and welcoming everybody was, and how much not only did they just say, "Yeah, I'll come on the show," but they stayed in touch with me. And, you know, I had friends in Australia that did an incredible journey over a year where they met at least one new person every day. Yeah, and Jason, you were on there.
I was on there as well.
Yeah, Stephen and Donna Fry, they were great. And
Beautiful people.
Beautiful. And not only have they done 2 episodes of mine, but also they have to this day remained friends. They contact me, I contact them. That's what I love. It's not just like, oh yeah, here I am. I'm going to be on your podcast, get a little FaceTime, all is good. No, people really want to stay connected. And that's really what stood out to me the most, Wendy.
And who was episode 1?
Episode 1 was just me. The first few episodes of Marketing with Us were just me, and then I switched to interview format because it was way more interesting because you get a little tired of just me, and so after several practice runs and the first few episodes, I decided it's time to bring in wonderful people like you guys and make it more interesting. So that's exactly what I did.
Who was that first guest on the?
The very first guest was Lionel Wilson.
Oh,
yeah. So Lionel is local. He's a Keller Williams agent. He's a coach also. He works a lot with, trying to remember his name, the Mind guy out of Canada. Scott knows. It'll come to me. He's very well known. Everybody would know him. But anyway, Lionel has been a great friend like Scott forever. And so I brought him on first. The first few were local people. And then, then I started just reaching out because when you're doing 2 a week, you really need to get a lot of people. But what I discovered, someone asked me the other day, how do you get guests? Well, I just ask them. I just say, would you like to be on? People ask me, how do you get podcast sponsors? I just ask them, and I owe probably my mother to my personality. I'm not afraid to ask people and talk to people, and I don't take it personally. If they say no, it's no big deal. I'm still your friend. Sometimes I'll joke with people. I'll say, hey, Jason, you should sponsor one of my episodes for my podcast. And he looks at me and I said, but it's okay. We're still friends, even if you don't.
No.
It's just been a blessing, getting to know everybody and doing those things. So that's just been, and so, I was going to say getting guests again. I meant to say about that. I'm booked all the way into probably the end of July now without even trying, not because I'm so wonderful, just because people love to talk and people love the opportunity to come on. And so this has been a blessing. It really has.
It is a credit to you though, Russ, because there are skills that you need to be a good interviewer. Like I was saying, that you do need to be a good listener. You do need to be empathetic. You need to be, even if something controversial is said, you need to know how to handle that if something is that you disagree with, or to handle people's opinions. So it is a definite skill, and you definitely have it. So it's not just about your guests; it's about you too. Is what I'm trying to say.
You're so sweet. You're just making me feel good.
Well, it is marketing. It is marketing with Russ, and we just love hanging out with you. You have titled yourself well as the inspiration specialist, because I always leave feeling inspired after we've had conversations, after I listen to the interviews that you do. And also, I think I mentioned this earlier, that you are preserving these people's stories by getting them onto your show. And this is important for them, for their family, friends, children, great-grandchildren, who knows? But because they've been able to come onto you, you've captured that. And this is an important body of work.
Well, I learned capturing moments are so important. And it's interesting. I don't know if you guys have ever seen the show called Psych. We've been into watching that, my family. Anyway, he was telling this woman that he loves on the show that moments are about capturing them here and here in your mind and your heart, and just preserving that. And, that's really when I started the podcasting before Marketing with Russ, and I was doing Happy Moments with Mama. Somebody told me, well, don't you feel like, I mean, your mom has Alzheimer's? And I said, exactly. She does, but she's very happy. And these are moments I want to preserve for me. And so I'm actually going to do some podcasts to encourage other people. I had a super outflowing of people that just were so blessed by seeing her and her smiling, and we would walk and sing and laugh. And then I actually am part of an Alzheimer's group where people are going through miserable life with, their family, which is horrible for them, way worse than what I'm going through. And so I would share videos of me and mom, and they were so blessed. So that is really what I think about with every time I'm on with you guys or anybody that I'm blessed to know. I'm treasuring those moments. I treasure my friends, and it just means the world to me.
I remember when you posted that before, Russ, you posted a video of your mum, and I remember commenting on that because I thought that was a treasured moment. So something to cherish for you, because it's still an experience for you to keep in that moment and to still look and learn and love someone else, especially your parent as well. So that's so important to cherish. And that just goes with the halo effect that goes around your head, is how you spend so much time in other people's shoes, and that makes you more empathetic and makes you a wonderful listener, but also to help you sort of motivate that from the internal to help share that with other. There's a transference of your words and your communication to other people that makes people feel special. So that's good, and that's a wonderful thing to have. And the more you can do that, the better it is for everyone else. So that's awesome. So appreciate that.
I'm blushing. Okay. No, thank you. I do like people. I like to be a good example for others.
Yeah.
And what has been interesting with my family journey, I had the greatest parents ever. And I wrote about them in my book. My dad passed away now about 3 years ago and was the greatest man, my example, my hero, and made me the man that I am. And my mother was my personality and musical and wonderful and fun and laughing, and gave me my joy, that I have today. But what I've done is, I still love her with all my heart, even though she's on the edge of not knowing who I am anymore, barely. She still knows me. She still tells me she loves me, but it's changing day by day. And as hard as that can be, I'm treasuring every moment. And I'm just glad that I'm like hyper on recording selfie videos, because I recorded so much of she and I that I have so much to remember her by. And so I still go, and I'm able to go into the memory care now. I have to look like Darth Vader. I have to put on, like a complete like helmet practically. But yeah, I still get to go in and talk with her and hug her and hold her hands. We do a little hand dance because she's in a wheelchair now. So we sing and do a little dance with our hands, and she loves that. So yeah.
So Russ, question for you, as I'm interviewing you now. So what motivates you to do what you do? And I have a leading question after that. Is answer that question. I'll ask you a secondary question on the back of that.
Well, my why in life is to encourage and inspire people so that they can live a more significant and abundant life, and be a blessing to others. So I want to bless other people so they can be a blessing. I want to encourage other people so they can encourage others. I want to inspire other people so they can inspire people. That is what drives everything that I do. And if it doesn't align with my why in life, whether it's business or personal, then I just don't do it. And I have said before, I'm a man of faith, and I trust God every day to give me the strength to do everything that I do. And obviously he gives me number one purpose in life, but that is where I take that to other people and inspire and encourage. So
Russ, if you were interviewing you, what question would you ask yourself?
I love that one. That's great. Jason, you nailed it.
Are you really that crazy?
Yeah.
That's what I would ask myself. Are you really? I mean, you seem kind of wacky, but are you really that crazy? Or no? Well, it's funny because people ask me constantly, are you always positive and upbeat? Because when you're out, you're always on. Even if it's my personality, it's really me. This is really me, right? But we all get tired and drained and down, all of us. And I tell them, no, I'm like everybody else. I go home, have a nice dinner, hug my wife, and don't talk, and then fall asleep in my chair. It's like we all have to have downtime because you got to remember, I get up at 4 a.m. and then by about 8, I'm getting tired already. So, hey, Jason, I want to real quickly add one more person in here. Good friend who I've got to know, who is awesome and inspires me all the time. Mr. Russ Johns has joined us.
All right.
There he is. Hey, Russ.
How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Hey.
Excellent. So listen, Russ, in case you don't know everybody, Jason Cooper, good friend out of Dublin, Ireland. Wendy Stunt, another excellent friend out of Ireland. And I think you know D. Scott.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so great. I sent out a couple last minute invites, and I thought, I learned so much from Russ and his show. I watched you. You inspired me. You encouraged me. Without even knowing it. And then we got to know each other. And well, us Russes have to hang together, right?
Exactly. Well, thank you for the invitation. I really appreciate it. And I know that we're all have busy lives and lots of things are going on. And it's really great that when we can actually take a moment and enjoy each other's company, because it's always nice to be able to catch up with people. So,
well, what's interesting.
And I haven't met Wendy or Jason yet, so hopefully we can connect and catch up at some point in time.
Yes, you guys have to be on the Pirate Broadcast for sure. You can go to Russ John's page, sign up to be on the Pirate Broadcast. It's awesome. And the thing that I really appreciate about you, Russ, we have so much in common. You're down there, you moved down there to take care of your parents. You've lived in Oregon in the Portland area. There are so many things that have intersected in our life.
Yep.
And, the fact that, you call me and say, hey, we need to adjust this meeting because I need to take care of my mom or do whatever, just really resonates with me, because that should be your number one priority. And it is. And that's what I commend you for that.
Thanks, Russ.
And Russ is working on that beard too. You see, he's catching. He's right behind you there, Russ.
You'll be there in no time.
Yeah, I have a slight issue with my beard. I always keep it short because it itches way too much when it gets long. So, Russ, you got that one, man. You're the king of the beard. I'm leaving that for you.
I got it down.
Yeah, it is. It is such a blessing, Russ. I wanted to bring you on, and I had thrown it out to you and a couple people. Tim Sohn, I also threw out a thing to him at the very last minute. He has been a blessing. He's actually one of the sponsors today.
Awesome.
What I love about Tim is his heart too, and he would say now more than ever, we need to come together and lift each other up, add value, and bless each other. And he's been part of people's. Worked with Brian Shulman, who we all know, who is just awesome and encouraging and blessing people. And so I just want to thank you, Russ, again, and everybody for just adding value to me and blessing me.
And congrats on the 100 episodes too.
Yeah, you are so welcome. I mean, thank you. Never mind. I don't know what I'm saying all of a sudden. Anyway, no, thank you.
Well, Russ, we are all so happy, Russ Hedge. We are also happy to celebrate with you 100. What a milestone.
Yeah.
And just keep it going. We are here to support you in any way that we can.
Well, I appreciate that. And I want to play a short video before I let you all go of a good friend, Melissa Maloney, who couldn't be with us live today, but who is my voiceover for the show and a good friend. And I'm going to play this really quick with Melissa.
Thank you so much, Russ, for inviting me to participate in your 100th podcast episode. It makes me so happy to be included in the celebration. 100 podcasts, that is a huge milestone. And in this time that you've been doing this, you have connected with a variety of amazing people, and you've generated 100 pieces of positive, encouraging content that people can enjoy and benefit from. So that's something worth celebrating. And I'm really glad that you're taking the time to recognize and celebrate that, because I am a huge fan of celebrating wins in our lives, whether they're big wins like this or even just the small daily wins that most people wouldn't notice. And for me, I don't think a celebration is complete without a little cowbell. So that's what I brought for us today, is a little cowbell. So I'm going to take a moment and happily ring the bell for you today, my friend. There you go.
Thank you so much. I just am blessed to know you. And earlier we were talking about the biggest surprise blessings, and that is all the wonderful people I've met around the world. And that is including you right here in my back door of Corvallis, because you and I would not have met had it not been for the podcast. And so what a blessing you and all the people that I've met have been. Thank you so much.
Oh, wonderful. Well, thank you. It's been great.
She was one of those people that I didn't even know she was. I mean, I never met face to face, even though she lives 45 minutes from me. We finally met at my book signing in a town just south of me. And so what a blessing. I met her and her husband, and she continues to do my voiceover and is just, as you can see, just a fun person.
She does great voice work. I've used Melissa for a number of projects.
Oh yeah. If you guys need somebody, that is awesome. She's doing a couple movie clips now. So she's excited about that. So, hey, I wanted to give a big shout out to Jason, who's one of my sponsors as well, and happens to be my daughter's boss. So that's a doubly good thing. So I got to make sure that I'm buttering him up. He's a friend of mine, but I want to make sure, Jason, hang in there. So no, they're actually blessed. I told them when they hired Kyla, they were getting the best employee they would ever have. And they agree. I was right. So there you go. Anyway, hey guys, I'm going to let you go. And I just want to, again, thank each of you. Thank you so much, all of you. And have an awesome day. We'll talk soon.
Take care.
Take care.
So listen, thank you, everybody. And there's Jason again saying, ha ha, Kyla is great. Of course she is. Thanks, Jason. Listen, I am so blessed. Thank you. Today's show is slightly different because our main guest must have had something happen. Ed Soho is a great guy, great individual, and hopefully we'll get a chance to chat with him another time. But anyway, thank goodness that I had so many great friends that are willing to join me today. So I just want to thank everybody. Remember, every Monday, Thursday, 8 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we have Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. You can connect with me at russhedge.com. It's great to see you. Have a great day and a great life. Bye-bye.
Thanks for joining us for this week's episode of Marketing with Russ, aka #RussSelfie. Be sure to subscribe in your favorite podcast app so that you don't miss a single episode. Have an amazing day.